Okay, guys, welcome back. So we've done our test of the Stealth drivers. We've done it down at TaylorMade with Tomo and Trotty, all the guys. One of the things that was missing from that trip, and I was thinking a lot about it when I was down there, is the comparable tests. That's really what people want to know. I mean, you know, everyone's going to go down to these product launch events, and you know, we're going to pick the heads we want, and we're going to kind of talk, you know, well about the product. We're all excited about it, new technology, and we were. But what does it mean?
Yeah.
How does it stack up? 3 generations of TaylorMade drivers. We've got Sim, original Sim, Cult driver, loved it myself. SIM2, played it, really liked it. Actually beat out my old Sim once we fit it last year. And Stealth.
The new boy.
The new kid in town. You've done a little bit of testing, but not a lot.
I wouldn't even call it testing. I just personally hit it for myself. Compared it to I play Sim2 as well. It's different.
What did you, I mean, because obviously we were all bound by the NDAs and things like that. What did you think when you saw the red face?
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's different, and you kind of look and go, really? Is it actually red? I think I asked multiple times, is it actually red? Yeah. Now that we've had it for a couple days, I mean, it's second nature now.
Yeah.
It should be there.
You forget about it.
Yeah.
So in terms of the sound, you know, I was hitting it just there. You know, we've heard other people hitting it, friends of ours. How different is the acoustic? What are you seeing from the ball flight? Any early nuggets?
I mean, faintly muted, a little bit more than Sim2. And I think everyone was worried that, okay, we've got a carbon face.
Yeah.
You know, is it going to sound bad by any means? It doesn't. It sounds just as good as what Sim did. Sounds just as good as what Sim2 does.
Some of the hardcore techies, I've heard people talking about the old Yonex drivers. Have you heard that?
Maybe before my time.
Yes, definitely before your time. And actually, Yamaha had a driver that had a carbon face as well. And I hit those back in the day, and literally you would struggle to feel on a center one, you would struggle to feel the ball. Because it was a softer golf ball back then. You know, that was so soft, and you're really not getting any resistance on either side of the golf ball. You're hitting it in the middle. I mean, this feels very metallic compared to that. Very different.
Awesome.
Okay, we're going to dive into... why don't we go through the generations?
Okay.
Why don't we start with OG Sim?
Love it.
Move into Sim2, and then we'll see how Stealth stacks up against them.
Perfect. Let's do it.
So, Mikey boy, original Sim still holds a place dear in my heart.
Yeah.
But it does now look very different from these new drivers. The kind of lie angle to me looks very flat. I always say this when I look at Sim. The face almost is becoming uncomfortably shallow compared to the new Stealth.
It looks, footprint-wise, it looks very elongated in the back, too. It looks like I just put it down there handing it to you, and it looks huge. Maybe that's because now the drivers are black and, you know, 20% slimmer when you have something that's black. I mean, it's totally different.
Well, I think when you have the access to the carbon face, and you're obviously going to put that where you need to strike the golf ball to give you that extra forgiveness, it does give you the ability to lift it up a little bit, because you know we're not going to extend it, you know, toe to heel. We are going to extend it top to bottom.
Definitely.
So the driver has to change its shape accordingly. So you know, but it has come a long way in just a couple of years.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice a huge difference. A little bit last year with Sim2, but now when I go from 2020 to 2022, big difference.
Huge difference.
I mean, it's a good sounding driver, Mikey.
Yeah. It's, you know, we all got excited when Sim was released, and it was a huge performer for us in 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we all used it too. I think there was maybe 8 or 9 of us in the whole company that used Sim that year.
Yeah, you're a Max guy. I was a Sim,
Max guy. Yeah,
Sim guy. But it was great, wasn't it? I mean, you know, I don't think really we spoke too much about inertia generator and all that sort of stuff from an aerodynamic standpoint. I just think we thought it was fast.
Right.
Options for everyone. It was very low spin if you needed that. The track, which was great, and we were all sad to see that go last year in Sim2. This was just a beautiful driver. Okay, a couple more. We'll try Sim2.
Strike.
Okay, so some pretty decent numbers with original sim. It still feels great. I still love it.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable. Yeah, ease right back into it. Pretty good on miss hits as well. It was I caught a couple thin with it that really didn't spike and spin, which I always like to see. I like that window to be nice and tight. So let's see SIM2. Again, another driver that I like.
The better strike. Spinny again.
Yeah, a wee bit thin.
Good strike.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There's club speed's going up now.
Yeah, it's going up a little bit. I think it's that way with drivers. We see it in fits, don't we? I mean, you kind of get a driver that feels good, looks good, comfortable in every which way.
Yeah.
And you start to make those incremental jumps. I mean, I find that with TaylorMade drivers, and I don't honestly know why.
I mean, also your background of using a TaylorMade driver for, what, 10 plus years?
Yeah, more probably.
So
probably more.
You know, comfortable with, you know, I think a part we can't tap into is the brain, and why do you work better with those? It's so many different reasons.
Yeah, very true. Okay, one more.
Swing.
Good bad one, Mikey.
Yeah. Got
A
away
bit
with
high
it.
in the head, it felt. A bit toy, maybe.
Really got away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't feel so good.
Low spin miss. Swing.
A little cut to it as well.
Just fast and really good spin. Stable. Even like on that, or in the last couple that you miss it, it's not putting you in trouble whatsoever.
No. No, I mean, it feels really good. Really good. Okay, one more.
Sounded really good.
Yeah, it doesn't want to come back too much. I'm kind of expecting that to turn a bit more than that, to be honest. Yeah, it came back late. Okay, what did you observe?
I mean, all three are great, but one thing that we can take away from the Stealth is on a couple of the miss hits that you had, you were still optimizing distance and it wasn't really putting you in trouble.
Yeah.
When you did it with SIM2, I would say the miss hit wasn't as you know, forgiving for you, but Stealth really kept its head above water with the miss hit.
I mean, ball speed was very comparable to the SIM2. I think by then I'd warmed into it.
Yeah.
My sim is quite heavy.
Right.
It's about 4 or 5 grams heavier in the head weight than the SIM2 was, and obviously Stealth as well. So it just shows there is a mile and a half hour of loss, which is obviously going to contribute to the distance. But yeah, you lose a little bit on the carry, 311, 326. Now they are helped by the fact this is down. That's not a genuine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more probably like, you know, 295, something like that. It's about where 290, 295 is where I would carry it, but pretty good.
I think, you know, the story of stability with all the drivers that are coming out this year, this just proved that, you know, you can miss it a hair on the day you're not striking your best, and it's not gonna hurt you whatsoever.
Yeah, all out in the toe. Probably, let's see, the sim. Let's see, 1 second. Yeah, a little bit in the low side. Yeah, so a little bit strayed low in the sim, but it managed it quite well. That's why it was ahead. I liked a lot, but there was a lot to like about SIM2 for me last year. It was a very stable driver. This kind of just feels like it might be somewhere between the two.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, the launch and spin and speed. We said earlier when I was testing the Rogue, I don't love to live in the 2500 region. I'm a more 21, 22 guy. That's really nice there.
Yeah.
So it was the lower spin like the Sim, but it was the quicker speed like SIM2.
Definitely. But like we said, best of both worlds. We all love Sim. We wish SIM2 had the, adjustability on the bottom.
Slider.
They've listened and we've got a really good driver.
Got it back. Yeah, it's really good, and I think that's a little bit of what's on offer for you guys out there. There's a little bit more sort of options when it comes to Stealth over SIM2. There was lots to like about Sim, but maybe not quite as stable.
Yeah.
We saw that in some of the high misses, just that knuckle flight from the really shallow face. And I think they've coupled it all really, really nicely together.
Yeah, it's like I always say, I'm excited to get it into the fitting bays and get customers hitting it. It's providing a ton of info for us, just to kind of help the fitting process. It's an impressive driver.
It is. The SIM2 kind of owner, are they going to be running to the stores to buy a Stealth?
No,
Probably not.
no.
As a Sim owner, maybe, but certainly an M5 owner is.
For sure, absolutely.
I think that's the way I look at this range. I think if you go back 4 generations, we've went back 3, or sort of 2 prior generations. If you go to a 3rd generation prior, you get M5. I would be saying to people that an M5 and a Stealth are quite different.
Yeah.
I would be saying that a Sim is quick. You wouldn't expect to gain a lot, but gain some consistency. SIM2 was a really, really good driver. I wouldn't be rushing out to change that one.
Yeah.
I think that's the message, because the prices went up.
Definitely.
We can't ignore that. We would never ignore that for the consumer, there is a price difference. Ultimately, it's got to come in the way of value to you guys. So, there lies a little bit more for you to kind of arm yourself with when making an educated decision.
Definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, guys. The bracket is looming. We're starting to see different sort of models and how they're performing. We're seeing a little bit of TaylorMade, a little bit of Callaway now. We've got Cobra coming in the next couple of weeks. We know what Titleist and Ping offer, really, really strong. The underdogs, Mizuno have got some stuff. Tour Edge, they done great last year.
Yeah.
There's lots to get excited about.
Love it.
Good stuff. Okay, stay tuned for that. We'll see you again soon.